Inside the last half an hour of the SportsMax Zone for this Wednesday, we're back, and at the ongoing US Tennis Open, the bathroom break issue continues to be a topic of heated discussion. Men's world number 4 Alexander Zverev waded in on the discussion by taking a swing at rival world number 3 Stefanos Tsitsipas following his routine first round win over the American Sam Querrey. Zverev, when asked to comment on the issue, said this: "I think Stefanos can play well if he doesn't go to the moon and back for a toilet break." 2012 champion Andy Murray had accused Tsitsipas of employing gamesmanship with the bathroom breaks after his first round exit. Grand Slam rules dictate that male players in best of 5 matches can utilize 2 breaks for a reasonable time for a toilet break, a change of a tire break, or both. Meanwhile, American and world number 22 Riley Opelka says the conversation on bathroom breaks has been overblown. He says, "I think it's ridiculous. I understand it's getting press because tennis is lame and tennis media sucks and they're terrible. It's hot and humid. And for the media, the press that have never stepped foot on a tennis court in their life, have never been in the environment, couldn't last 30 minutes out in this humidity, in this heat. It's physical, or sport is." I don't know Tsitsipas. I don't know his situation. I doubt he's getting coached. Highly doubt it. Today, I couldn't even take my bag in to change. I'm like, "Guys, my clothes and shoes are in here. You can come in and stand with me if you want." Now, we're now joined by Anthony Jeremiah, former ITF Development Officer for the Caribbean and currently National Coach and Coordinator of Tennis for the National Association of Trinidad and Tobago. Sir, welcome to the SportsMax Zone. Great to have you on the show. Your take on what we just went through there, because the bathroom breaks in the past couple of days taking or making a lot of the headlines, triggered initially by Andy Murray's take on Tsitsipas's fairly regular visits to the bathroom, he says.
Well, unfortunately, I've been following much of the US Open, but in terms of the rules, I think some things need to be looked at in terms of possible changes. But I know in the past what has happened is that you find a lot of people exploiting the opportunity to go to the bathroom and using it not as the rule would apply to be used, but for, delays in matches to throw off others and so on. So in terms of the rule change, I think those are the things that they're looking at. Now, if the rule was changed and they had more time, I don't think it's going to change much in terms of the behavior of some unsportsmanlike individuals who would want to take advantage of the opportunity, say they want a bathroom break, but instead use it for other purposes. Now, I'm not saying that it shouldn't be looked at, but even if it's changed, I don't think anything is going to change in terms of the behavior of some players who want to exploit the opportunity. But I think it's something that still needs to be looked at, because in the junior tennis, they do have at least 1 bathroom break in terms of a 3-set match. And also that may be one that could be looked at as well, because we're dealing with climate change. The place is a little more humid in terms of the amount of liquid that you consume and so on. And so people may need to look at that. Well, the high authorities may need to look at it for future, actually.
Yeah. Well, Anthony, you use the term unsportsmanlike just now, which suggests to me that you honestly think, based on your assessment, that it is overdone in some cases, and in an unsporting gamesmanship style, some players abuse it.
Yes, because I've had the experience in terms of traveling with teams, also coaching players, and I've seen it happen, and I've spoken also with some official friends of mine who are white badge officials as well, and they have also indicated such. And it is unfortunate, but I think in every situation, every rule, every guideline that is set, somebody will find a way to manipulate it or to get around it to serve their benefit. So I think they need to look at things closer. And in terms of the player wanting, like in one of the comments made, in wanting that their clothes and their shoes are in the bag and the official can go, I think those are things that you need to also look at, because if the official goes, they would make sure that they're going to do exactly what they say they're going to do, or what the bathroom break is meant for. So those things could be applied going forward if they have to make any sort of rule change where the players are monitored when they take the bathroom breaks.
Anthony, we had the American Opelka, coming out and saying that they felt as if the entire issue of the bathroom breaks has been, of course, overblown. Do you get that sense, or do you feel like it's a discussion that we need to continuously have in order to change the narrative?
I think it's a discussion that needs to be had because these are rules that have been there for quite a long time. And things are changing. Just as how we have science is being fast-tracking a lot of things now. We have climate change in terms of the humidity. Like, for instance, you're dealing with, if you were playing in Australian Open, the kind of heat that you have to endure, who knows, you might need more than 2 bathroom breaks. But I think it needs to have a discussion surrounding it that people can, come to some sort of agreement that will also benefit, maintain the rule and also assist the athletes as well outside there. Because, athletes can get heat stroke, they can get serious dehydrations and all sorts of things, and you need to protect them as well.
Yeah, and we're discussing this and it sounds as if, it's really easy to come to a common ground. You're a man who knows the sport very well. Do you feel as if this change, if it happens, can happen very soon? Because based on what the players are saying, a lot of them are saying that it's, overblown and they would definitely not be okay with changing the rules. And then we have the few in the minority who are saying, well, okay, you're using it to your advantage. Do you see it happening in the near future, or will this take a long time before some change is effected?
Really and truly, I think it can happen in the near future based on the type or the level of athletes that are putting forward the case. It can be dealt with very quickly, as well as it may take a long time. It all depends of the people in authority, in terms of how willing are they to meet and sit and discuss this issue, So, sometimes we have situations where people in authority are strong-headed. This is how it is and nothing is going to change. So it's just a matter of them to understand that the athletes should have a say, or do have a say as well in terms of their livelihood, I would say, because most of them are playing it for their livelihood as well. And you need to make sure that the health issues are concerned.
Yeah. Anthony, what's your assessment of the strength of the Players Association, the Players Union? Because different sports have unions for the competitors themselves. And how strong they can be in the boardroom quite often leads to how easily, rules are changed and the conditions of play can be changed. Do you rate the tennis players' body as a strong body that can get things turning in the direction that they want?
I can't say much in terms of how strong they are, but I think any union has that strength in terms of speaking on behalf of the players. And if they were to push forward the issue and have a discussion with the powers that be, I think they should be able to come up with some common ground on behalf of the players. Because, that is what they're there for. They're there to represent the players. And once they are a recognized body, of course, which I think they are, they should have some sort of say and be respected in terms of their views as well.
Yeah, Anthony, great talking to you here on the SportsMax Zone for the first time. And we'll be watching this one because it has made the headlines this week. And there are players, including Andy Murray, who was clearly annoyed at what happened in the Tsitsipas match. So we'll see with the ATP and the WTA how they address this one. And if it escalates beyond the position that it is at the moment. Thanks for talking to us.
No problem, and you're most welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we go to break now. Back with more on the SportsMax Zone after this.